All right, we're going to talk about inequality story problems. These are going to look very similar to our linear story problems. The only difference is the symbol. Instead of an equal sign, we're going to have a greater than sign, greater than or equal to, less than, or less than or equal to. So we're going to set up the problem exactly how we would before, and then we're going to figure out which sign we need instead of the equal sign. So let's look at the first one. The cost of making a phone call is 40 cents plus 7 cents for each additional minute. Remember that each is important. So what's that look like? That means no matter what, I have to pay 40 cents. Plus, I pay 7 cents for each minute. Okay, let's keep going. Find the number of minutes you can talk for $2 or less. That or less is going to be important as well. So $2 is my total. Now, do we want to stay under the total, above the total, or equal to the total? Well, I'm allowed to hit the total. Find the number of minutes you can talk for $2 or less. So I need to be less than or equal to the total. $2 equal to or less would be our less than sign. Okay, so setting up the equation is pretty similar to what we have been doing. You just need to figure out which inequality you need to put in the equation. Now the solving is exactly the same. So I want you guys to pull this over or leave it where it is, whatever you want to do, and solve it down to see what's the maximum number of minutes that we can talk to stay under $2. Go ahead and pause and solve for M. All right, so to solve for M, the first thing you should have done was subtract 0.4. So 2 minus 0.4, you should have got 3.6. Whoops, keep your symbol the same. Sorry about that. Okay, and then we're going to divide by 0.07. Watch those decimals. Sometimes I forget my zeros, which will make a big difference. All right, so then we're going to do 3.6 divided by 0.07, and we end up with a decimal, right? Okay, so from that number, how many minutes maximum can I talk? I can talk for 51 minutes maximum. All right, let's try the next one. So the next one, a shipping company charges $3.50 plus 55 cents per pound. So what's that look like right there? Go ahead and write just that part down. Okay, so we have $3.50 plus, remember 55 cents, that's not plus 55 X, that's 0.55 because it's cents to send packages. All right, let's keep going. What is the largest weight package that can be sent out for no more than $25? So $25 is going to be my total. Now, do we want to stay under, over, or equal to that 25? No more than $25. No more than. So we need to be less than or equal to. I can hit 25, but I can't go over 25. So all of this stuff that I'm being charged, it's adding up, has to stay under $25. Now let's go ahead and solve. 5x less than or equal to 25. So what are we going to do first? We're going to subtract 3.5. Okay, so go ahead and subtract it. We have 0.55x, this guy disappears, is less than or equal to 21.5. Okay, and then our last step, we're going to divide by 0.55. Okay, so what is the largest weight package that we can ship for $25? When I divide that, I get 39.09. So 39 pounds is the largest package that I could ship. Okay, let's look at the next one. All right, first, this should be a dollar sign, sorry. All right, so Fiona wants to earn at least $30 this week. Her mother said she can earn $8 for organizing the pantry and $3.50 per hour for babysitting. Set up and solve an inequality to find out how many hours Fiona needs to babysit to earn at least $30. I want you guys to pause the video and go ahead and try to set up your equation. All right, so what do we have? I know that Fiona needs to hit $30, right? How can she hit $30? Well, she can organize the pantry for 8, plus she can babysit for $3.50 per hour. Now, does she want to be under 30, over 30, or equal to 30? Earn at least $30. So she wants to be more than or equal to, whoop, I just wrote that the wrong way. What she's earning, this stuff is what she's earning, needs to be bigger than the 30 or equal to it. Now, if you wrote your equation the other way, just make sure the alligator is eating what she's earning. So this stuff still has to be bigger than the 30. So that's Fiona's goal. Now, how many hours does she have to earn or work? Let's go ahead and solve and see what happens. So I'm going to take minus 8 minus 8. We have 3.5x is greater than or equal to 22. Okay, I'm just solving just like normal. So now we're going to divide by 3.5. So this is gone. And my hours come out to be 6.29, which means if I work 6 hours, am I going to earn enough money? No. I'm going to have to work at least 7 hours of babysitting to hit more than $30. Okay, so those should all look decently similar to our linear problems. Now this next one's going to be a little bit different, but I think a little bit more applicable. You guys could actually use this one. Okay, so Jim has the following test grades this quarter. So here's our lovely numbers. What must Jim get on the next test to ensure that the average will be at least an 86? So at least an 86. All right, so how do we average numbers? We add them together and divide by how many tests we have. Okay, you guys can do the same thing in your test category this year. So I know I have an 85 plus a 74 plus an 82 plus an 89 plus a 94. Do we know what we're getting on the next test? No, let's call that X. To average those, we're going to divide by how many tests we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tests. And we want to get to 86. We want at least an 86 for the average. So we need to be bigger than 86 or equal to 86. We don't want our average to be under 86. Okay? So what does that look like to solve? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to add all those test scores together. So 85 plus 74 plus 82 plus 89 plus 94. Make sure you have them all down. Okay, from there I want you guys to pause the video and solve down for the test score that we need to have. All right, so you should have done what? You should have, to get rid of that 6, we should have multiplied both sides by 6. That gets rid of this, so we're left with 424 plus x is greater than or equal to 516. And then we're going to subtract our 424 to get 92. So on that last test that we take, we have to get at least a 92% to have an average of 86 for the quarter. Okay? And those are inequality story problems.